Alright, today's Reddit question is, what's the worst thing a first date said that made you immediately think red flag? Oh, we're in for a doozy.
Statistically, most red flags are visible before the appetizer arrives.
Number 1. They're casually asking questions back and forth. She jokingly asks, "Ever been arrested?" He says yes, and proceeds to explain what it was for.
Confidence is attractive. Confessing criminal history on date 1 is ambitious.
Okay, but listen, context matters. Maybe it was like unpaid parking tickets.
If it were unpaid parking tickets, he would have led with that.
Fair. Number 2. They're alone on a beach. And he says, "You're lucky you're here with me. Anyone else would probably take advantage of you right now."
That is not a red flag. That is a flashing emergency siren.
Yeah, that's not even subtle. That's, I have villain monologue energy.
Correct. That is a line delivered by someone who thinks he is the hero of a very disturbing film.
Number 3. I'm in love with my F-buddy, and I can't promise I won't cheat on you with her. But plot twist, they saw them years later walking hand in hand.
At least he was transparent.
That's what I'm saying. Honesty counts for something.
It counts for clarity, not suitability.
Number 4. On the first date they say, "I've never really been wrong about anything." Dead serious.
That sentence alone guarantees future arguments will end in therapy.
Or jail.
Or both.
Okay, this one is wild. Can you buy me some gift cards so my kids stay quiet?
That is not a date. That is a fundraiser.
Next one. Guy says his court-ordered anger management therapy is bullcrap, and he's getting off the meds as soon as it ends.
That is the relationship equivalent of removing a smoke detector because it is too loud.
Okay, that analogy was disturbingly good. Another one says, "How about we go carpet shopping with my ex, who still lives with me?"
That is not a red flag. That is a group project.
Oh, this one is crazy. Guy points at another woman at the bar and says, "That's my ex. It was her lesbian roommate."
Confidence without verification is dangerous.
Now here's one that hits different. She talks him into going to a gambling boat, loses 3 times what he loses in under an hour, and he's an addiction counselor.
That is not a red flag. That is a case study.
Okay, here's a dark one. He'd love it if someone jumped us so he could legally end that person.
Some people fantasize about romance. Others fantasize about legal loopholes.
Alright, this last one. This guy is basically interviewing her for the role of wife, asking random life questions. At the end he says she checks all requirements. She needs to quit her job. He'll pay for everything. She needs a volunteer cause. He's CFO of a big company. All said completely straight-faced. And then keeps messaging her insisting she's perfect and needs to be his wife.
That was not a date. That was onboarding.
Okay, but listen. Financial security though.
You would fail the interview.
Why?
You would argue about the volunteer requirement.
That's fair.
Also, you cannot be on board. You resist authority.
You are absolutely right.
Your red flag is enthusiasm.
Thanks for listening to Hidden Thread Teller. If you enjoyed this chaos, let me know. Because Reddit is wild, and my AI wifey has opinions.